Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about descriptive essay. What is a descriptive essay? Descriptive essay is like painting a picture with words or using words. So can you understand the meaning? When you describe a scene, you have to use the words in such a way that the reader should be able to imagine that exact scene. So your description should be so accurate. You have to beautifully describe each and everything in a descriptive essay. So descriptive essay is like a painting, or it's like painting a picture with words. It helps the readers to imagine and experience what the writer is portraying. So the descriptive essay should help the readers to imagine and experience what the writer is portraying. Suppose you are describing a forest and I am reading your descriptive essay. When I read the descriptive essay, automatically, without even my knowledge, I should be able to think about the forest and feel what you have exactly felt when you write. Do you understand, students? Yes. See, there are some essential elements in a descriptive essay. What are they? Sensory details. You have to register all the sensory details when you write a descriptive essay. So what do I mean by sensory details? Sensory details here refer to sight, sound, touch, smell and taste. As I told you before, you are describing a forest area. What you saw, what you heard, how the atmosphere was, right? The smell, the feel, all those things you have got should be registered in the essay. You have to have mentioned all these things in your essay. Okay? And the next one is figurative language. In a descriptive essay, you have to use figurative language. Figurative language means figures of speech. You have to use figures of speech. You would have learned a lot of figures of speech like simile, metaphor, personification, all these things, right? So when you write a descriptive essay, you try to use at least simile and personification. What is simile? Simile is comparison between two different things using like or as. Okay, so you can use simile or personification. Personification is treating an inanimate thing as an animate thing. Okay, a lifeless thing or treating a lifeless thing as a animate thing is called as personification. So you can use all the figures of speech here. Then the third one is dominant impression. Okay, dominant impression. What does mean by dominant impression? Dominant impression is the way the author wants the audience to feel or to be affected when he reads his work. Or what is dominant impression? Dominant impression is the way the author wants the readers to feel when the readers read his work, right? And the last one is precise language. Precise means accurate. The language you use in the descriptive essay should be very, very accurate. So these are the essential elements of a descriptive essay. What is a descriptive essay? Descriptive essay is like painting a picture with words. Description. Descriptive means illustration. Okay? Right. And your descriptive essay or any descriptive essay should help the readers to imagine and experience what the writer is portraying. Then, in a descriptive essay, you have to have all the sensory details. Sight, sound, touch, smell, all these things. Then figurative language should be used. You have to use figures of speech like simile or personification. You can use many, but as a first level learners, you can use simile and personification. And the third one is dominant impression, and the fourth one is accurate language. Your language should be very, very accurate. And the next important thing is, in a descriptive essay, you have to give importance to the surrounding. You have to give importance to the surrounding in which the event takes place, because what is the purpose of asking descriptive essay in the examination? To test whether you are able to describe the things properly. You may be asked to describe a place, a person, or they'll give you a situation. Say for example, you had gone to pick your grandmother from the railway station. Describe the scene of the railway station. If that is the question, you have to describe the railway station. If you just write that I went to pick up my grandmother to the railway station was so crowded, it was so noisy, you will not get marks. You have to observe each and everything minutely. You have to register the sounds made by the hawkers in the railway station, sounds made by the passengers, the sound of the train, the crowd, how they were moving here and there, the atmosphere. If it's morning, you have to describe the atmosphere, right? And how the people were running to get into the train, the tension, the stress, all these things should be mentioned. Do you understand, students? Yes. And you have to give importance to the surroundings. But in narrative essay, the importance should be given to the events than the surrounding. Okay, you should not be confused. In a descriptive essay, the surrounding should be given importance than the events. Is it clear? Please take it down. Now see the difference between narrative essay and descriptive essay. In narrative essay, we have to use first person narration. For the descriptive essay also, we have to use first person narration. Okay? Here you have to use, for narrative essay, you have to use past tense. For descriptive essay also, you have to use past tense. So these two things are common for these two kinds of essays. First person narration should be used. Third person, past tense should be used for both narrative and descriptive essay. Then, narrative essay includes action, because we will be giving importance to the events, right? What happened would be focused in a narrative essay. But descriptive essay does not include action, because the main focus is describing things. Okay, so surroundings should be given importance when you are writing a descriptive essay than the actions. The action should be given importance than the surroundings in the narrative essay. Is it clear, students? So in narrative essay, you have to give importance to the events. In a descriptive essay, you have to give importance to the surroundings. Narrative essay, in the narrative essay, you have to tell the events in a chronological order. In an orderly way, you have to say, one by one you have to say. But in a descriptive essay, you have to describe things as you like. You can describe things as you like. There is no order. Okay? Then, in a narrative essay, you have to use strong verbs. Why? Because you will be talking about an action in the narrative essay. Okay, an event, which means an action that took place. So, you have to use strong verbs in a narrative essay. Okay, and then in a descriptive essay, the main tools are nouns and adjectives. You know the meaning of noun and adjective. Noun is the name of a place, person or a thing, and adjective defines noun. Because you will be describing the surrounding or a person or something, you have to use nouns and adjectives a lot in the descriptive essay. The last one is narrative essay contains plot. Plot means a storyline. But a descriptive essay does does not contain plot. Okay, descriptive essay needs not contain plot, we can say. And in a descriptive essay, it is mandatory for you to use figurative language in order to have a very effective essay. If you want your essay to be very good, you have to use figurative language, and you should stimulate the five senses by giving sensory details. Is it clear, students? And you can use all these things, that is figurative language, and still you can stimulate the five senses even in narrative essay, but it is mandatory to use all these things in a descriptive essay. Is it clear, students? So these are the difference between narrative essay and descriptive essay. So far we have completed 4 topics in grammar: subject and verb agreement, time and tense, part 1 and part 2, and the last one is prepositions. We have completed 4 grammar topics, and then we have learned email writing, notice writing, formal letter and informal letter. Then we have learned 2 kinds of essays. They are narrative essay and descriptive essay. Okay, then let me give you a homework for you. Please take down the question. You have left your town to live in another town. You have left your town to live in another town. Describe what you missed the most. Describe what you missed the most and how did you cope with in the new environment. And how did you cope with the new environment? So first read the question and understand the question properly. You were living in your hometown and you have left the hometown and now you are living in a different place, right? And you have to describe what you missed the most and how did you cope with the new environment, right, students? So you have to write a very good essay, and the essay should have a proper beginning, middle and an end, and it should consist of a minimum of 350 words. Okay, don't forget it. And that's all for today's class. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.